Men over 60, let me ask you something straight. Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning, taken that first deep breath, and thought to yourself, I just don't feel the same energy I used to? Maybe you used to wake up ready to take on the world, but now mornings feel heavier. The recovery is slower. The spark of strength you once had seems dimmer. Maybe it shows up in little ways. You get out of bed and your body feels stiff. You make your way to the bathroom more than once during the night. Or maybe you notice that confidence, that quiet sense of power you carried in your younger years, doesn't always show up anymore. And deep down, you wonder, is this just aging, or is there something I can still do about it? I'm Dr. David Jarrard, and after more than 29 years of working with men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I've seen one truth play out over and over again: it's the small daily habits, not the big flashy changes, that can make or break your health. And one of the most overlooked habits, one that very few men even think about, happens in the quiet moment right before bed. And listen, this isn't just about health charts and numbers. This is about confidence. It's about vitality. It's about waking up in the morning and feeling like yourself again. It's about staying independent, staying active, and still living with the same energy and strength that makes you proud to be who you are. By the end of this video, you're going to discover a simple bedtime drink that can make a real difference in how you feel tomorrow morning. You'll understand how it supports blood flow, energy, and performance, and most importantly, how to make it part of your nightly routine in a way that feels easy and natural. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Do you, or someone close to you, struggle with waking up multiple times at night to use the bathroom? If that sounds familiar, type yes in the comments. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to Golden 70s Health, where every week we share science-backed tips to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent well into your golden years. Because your best years aren't behind you, they're waiting for you to claim them. And sometimes, it starts with something as small as what you drink before bed. Now let's talk about something most men your age don't realize: the silent role of blood flow. Picture this. You're in your late 60s. You go to bed at a decent hour. You think you've gotten enough sleep. Yet you wake up and still feel drained. No matter how many hours you spend in bed, you don't feel truly refreshed. And the first thought that crosses your mind might be, my testosterone must be dropping, that's why I feel this way. But here's the truth, most of the time, it's not just about testosterone. Yes, hormones play a role, but one of the biggest silent changes happening inside your body is in your blood vessels. When you were younger, your blood vessels were flexible, elastic, and open. They let blood move easily, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body, especially to the areas that mattered for energy, strength, and performance. But as you move into your 60s, those vessels start to stiffen little by little. The walls don't expand the way they used to. Circulation slows down, and when blood doesn't reach where it needs to, you feel it everywhere: your muscles, your energy, your focus, and yes, even your performance as a man. And here's the misconception: so many men think if they just fix their testosterone, everything else will fall into place. But that's not the whole picture. Because without proper blood flow, testosterone can't do its job effectively. You could have enough of the hormone, but if your vessels aren't delivering nutrients and oxygen, your body simply can't respond the way it should. That's why paying attention to your circulation, supporting those vessels, keeping them flexible, and protecting them from stiffening, is one of the most powerful things you can do for your health after 60. In fact, improving your blood flow often makes a bigger difference than chasing hormone numbers alone. And the good news? You don't need something complicated or expensive to start. Sometimes, it begins with small daily choices, like what you drink before bed. Choices that send signals to your body that you're still investing in its strength, that you still care about how it performs, heals, and restores overnight. But blood flow isn't the only factor. What you put into your body matters too. And that's where the right bedtime drink comes in. Now let's get into something most men overlook: pomegranate juice, what I like to call the heart helper. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s who started adding just a small glass of pure pomegranate juice to their routine, and within weeks, they noticed something surprising. They weren't dragging themselves out of bed anymore. They felt a lift in their energy, not just in the morning, but throughout the day. It wasn't dramatic like flipping a switch, but it was steady, noticeable, and real. So why does this happen? The secret lies in compounds called polyphenol. Think of them as natural repairmen for your blood vessels. As you age, your vessel walls get stiff, almost like old garden hoses that don't bend the way they used to. Polyphenol help relax those walls, making it easier for blood to flow. And when blood flows better, oxygen delivery improves. Nutrients travel where they need to go. And yes, that includes your heart, your muscles, and even the areas of your body that keep you feeling like a man. Now here's where many people get it wrong. They assume all juice is the same, and they dismiss it as just sugar in a glass. And yes, if you're drinking processed, sugary fruit juices from the store, that's true. But pure pomegranate juice is different. It's not about sugar, it's about those plant compounds that your body craves, especially as the years add up. The trick is not to drink a big glass, but to keep it small and simple. Just a little, diluted with warm water, right before bed. That way, your body absorbs the benefits without the sugar overload, and you give your circulation the gentle support it needs overnight. And here's the beauty of it, you don't need to overthink it. It's not a supplement in a pill bottle or a complicated routine. It's as simple as pouring a splash of juice into your evening drink, letting those polyphenol do their quiet work while you rest. Still, juice alone won't do the trick. Let's talk about an overlooked route that most men ignore, but that can change everything for your nighttime recovery. Now let's talk about something you've probably used in your kitchen dozens of times without giving it much thought: ginger. I once knew a man in his 70s who used to end his nights with a cup of regular tea. It was his ritual. But he noticed he was waking up several times during the night, sometimes for the bathroom, sometimes just restless and unable to fall back into a deep sleep. He decided to make one small change. He swapped that evening tea for a simple ginger drink. Within a few weeks, he was sleeping through the night more often. Fewer interruptions, fewer bathroom trips, and in the morning, he told me, I feel more refreshed than I have in years. So what makes ginger so powerful? It's not just the warmth or the flavor, it's what happens inside your blood vessels. Ginger helps your body produce something called nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is the messenger that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. And when they open, blood flows where it needs to, smoothly and efficiently. Interestingly, this is the same biological pathway that some of the most common medications for performance try to mimic. But here's the difference: with ginger, you're working with your body, not forcing it. It's gentle, it's natural, and it's safe. But here's where most people go wrong. They think of ginger as just a spice, just a way to add a little kick to food. They don't see it as medicine. But for centuries, in cultures all around the world, ginger has been used for healing, for calming inflammation, for easing digestion, for improving circulation. It's far more than just flavoring. And the best part? You don't need a lot. Just a thin slice dropped into warm water is enough to set the process in motion. Sip it slowly, let it settle into your system, and what you'll notice is not just relaxation, but a kind of gentle readiness in your body as you drift off to sleep. Now, there's one more piece to this puzzle, and most people ignore it. And yet, it's the simplest step of all. Now let's focus on the part of this drink that almost everyone overlooks: the warm water itself. It might sound too simple to matter, but trust me, it makes all the difference. Think about this for a moment. I've met men who tell me, "Doc, I slept 8 hours last night, but I woke up groggy, heavy, and drained." They believe they got enough rest, yet their body didn't actually recover. And one of the silent reasons is dehydration and the way their system shuts down at night without the right kind of support. See, when you drink warm water before bed, you're not just quenching thirst. You're sending signals to your body. Warm water soothes your digestive system, letting it calm down instead of staying overactive while you try to rest. It helps regulate your nervous system, shifting you out of that anxious, fight or flight mode and into the rest and recover mode your body desperately needs. And here's something fascinating: warmth itself plays a role in circulation. Warm water gently expands your blood vessels, making it easier for nutrients to be absorbed and delivered throughout your body. Think of it like priming an engine before you drive. You're not just putting fuel in the tank, you're warming it up so it runs smoother, stronger, and more efficiently. But here's the misconception: most men think it's only about the ingredients. They'll say, as long as I get the ginger and the pomegranate, I'll be fine. But the temperature matters. Cold water can actually tighten your system, making it harder for your body to fully relax. Sugary drinks before bed keep your system working overtime instead of allowing it to rest. That's why replacing those habits with something as simple as warm water makes such a powerful difference. The advice is simple: keep it light, keep it warm, sip it slowly. Let your body absorb every drop instead of rushing it down. It's not just hydration, it's preparation. It tells your body, the day is done. It's time to restore, to heal, and to wake up renewed. And when you bring all three together, the pomegranate, the ginger, and the warm water, something surprising happens. And here's where it all comes together, not just as a drink, but as a ritual. I've worked with men who didn't just sip this blend once or twice, but who turned it into a nightly signal to their body. They'd take a few quiet minutes before bed, prepare the warm water, add that splash of pomegranate juice, drop in a thin slice of ginger, and sit with it. Over time, something remarkable happened. Their mornings began to change. They woke up feeling lighter, clearer, more energized. Not because of a quick fix, but because they trained their body to recognize this moment as the start of true recovery. That's the science of ritual. You see, nighttime is not just downtime, it's the most active healing window your body has. It's when your testosterone pulses in small bursts, repairing muscle tissue and supporting performance. It's when your blood vessels expand and contract, training themselves to stay elastic. It's when cells rebuild, when your nervous system resets. Real recovery doesn't happen in the gym, it happens here, in the quiet hours of your sleep. But here's the misconception. So many men think strength only comes from effort, from lifting heavier weights, from pushing harder, from doing more. They forget that the deepest gains happen when you allow your body to restore itself. Recovery is not laziness, it's power. And by creating a ritual before bed, you are unlocking that power. Here's a simple piece of advice: pair this drink with just a touch of gentle evening movement. Nothing intense, no workouts, no strain. Instead, take a slow 10-minute walk after dinner. Stretch lightly in your living room. Or simply lie back, breathe deeply, and let your body shift into rest mode. These small actions amplify the effects of the drink. They tell your nervous system, it's safe. It's time to heal. It's time to restore. Over time, this becomes more than just a routine. It becomes a ritual of strength, a nightly act of care. You're not just hydrating, you're telling your body it matters. You're showing up for yourself in the quietest, most powerful way possible. And when you do this consistently, your body responds, with better sleep, stronger mornings, and a renewed sense of energy that carries through your day. And that brings us to why this habit is more than just nutrition, it's emotional strength too. Aging can sometimes feel like you're slowly losing pieces of yourself. A little less energy than before. A little less confidence in your body. A little less independence than you once enjoyed. And those changes can weigh heavily, not just on your health, but on your spirit. But here's the truth you need to hold on to: it doesn't have to be that way. This drink, this ritual, isn't about trying to chase your 20s or pretending to be who you once were. It's about honoring who you are now, a man with wisdom, with experience, with strength that comes not just from muscle, but from resilience. You've lived through decades of challenges, and yet you're still here. You're still standing. And your body still deserves care, respect, and nourishment. Every sip you take is more than hydration. It's a message to yourself: I'm still here. I still matter. I still choose health. It's a quiet promise that even though time moves forward, you're not giving up on yourself. You're investing in your future mornings, your future energy, your future independence. And the beauty of it is in its simplicity. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need extreme routines or expensive treatments. What you need is consistency. Because consistency builds change. Day by day, night after night, this small act stacks up. And before you know it, you'll wake up noticing the difference. Your mornings will feel clearer. Your body will respond better. Your confidence will return in quiet but powerful ways. This small ritual, done with intention, could be the key to waking up tomorrow feeling stronger than you did today. And the day after that, stronger still. Aging doesn't take away your strength, it simply asks you to nurture it differently. And you, more than anyone, know the value of care, patience, and persistence. That's what this is about, choosing, every night, to give your body the chance to be its best again. So let's bring this all together. To recap, circulation, pomegranate juice, ginger, warm water, and turning it all into a ritual, these are 5 simple but powerful steps to stronger mornings after 60. None of them require massive effort. None of them demand expensive treatments. They are small, deliberate acts that, when done consistently, can restore the vitality you thought was slipping away. But here's what I want you to think about. Out of all these steps, which one do you believe makes the biggest difference? Is it the polyphenol in the pomegranate, quietly repairing your vessels overnight? Is it the ginger, nudging your body to open its pathways for stronger circulation? Or is it simply the warmth of the water, calming your system and preparing you for deeper rest? I'd love to hear your thoughts, share them in the comments below. Your perspective might be exactly what another man needs to read tonight. And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to Golden 70s Health. Every week, we bring you natural, science-backed tips designed specifically for seniors who want to stay independent, energetic, and confident. It's not about living in the past, it's about building strength for the years you're in right now. So thank you for spending this time with me. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, your best years aren't behind you. They're waiting for the choices you make today. And tonight, that choice could be as simple as pouring a small glass, adding a slice of ginger, sipping slowly, and reminding your body that it still matters, because it does.